Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. We're going to be kind of checking out the beaches of Normandy in our M18 Hellcat. So this is the new map, Normandy. You can see ships off in the distance, barrage balloons. I think some of these ships can actually be shot at. What are they? Oh, they're the carriers. They're the carriers that the planes take off from. So let's take a look at the big map. Do we have the big map? No, because we're not in a plane. But we could switch over to our Skyraider a little bit later. But as you can see over here, along the beaches, things are pretty, heavily populated by all these tank obstacles. Got this little, I guess that would be for like tides, maybe? Oh my gosh, the amount of planes up there. See if we can't shoot Mr. Alex here. Shoot at the little planes, but you know what? That's not why we're here. But it is kind of fun to see the 50 caliber on top of this thing. So let's take a look. Running around, you see a lot of dead tanks, some Shermans. Looks like maybe some Stuarts as well. Lots of stuff to hide behind down here, actually, on the beach. It's not totally, vacant. So we've got a... What is that? Oh, an M18. I was like, what is his name? I was reading his name thinking that. But we've seen the beaches. I like the barrage balloons even over the city here. Come on, go down, Mr. HE51. But... So now we're heading into the urbanized area. What I was saying when I kind of did a preview based off the pictures was how excited I am to see basically just like it go from the beaches to the heavy urban environment. What is that, a Walker Bulldog? Yeah. So you can see when we're on the road, this thing really picks up speed. Can fishtail a lot. I think there was an enemy over here. Enemy M15. Look at these bunkers. Oh, here we go. Got somebody over here. There's the M15 back. Let's take a shot at him. He's hiding. We're gonna be going on our touristy way here. Hopping over the trenches. This is like the middle of the map where things are pretty heated up. Lots of dead tank corpses. Here's the central capture point. You can just take a look at like the buildings and everything. Barrage balloons right above you, so because this will be able to be played with planes, on some maps, I'm sure. Critical hit on a Panther. What are you doing over here, friend? I'll just let him go. We're not really in the business of killing tanks right now, even though the Hellcat, that's what he did. Just surveying, kind of, but if you can see, like, there's a huge open area, actually, so you might have kind of, like, the open fields, the heavily urban environment, and then just even more openness. I think that Panther may have just been walking around just checking how things were, but some people are shooting. So you can see Hellcat on a road is much different than Hellcat out in the countryside. So, and while it does have a pretty high top speed, I think its acceleration makes it seem a little underpowered right now. Or, relative to what we all thought. So here's another capture point around this little village here. A hamlet, maybe? Kind of checking out more of just the hills. Was that a barrage balloon that exploded? I think one of them may have ran into the barrage balloon. So you got kind of hedgerows going on, mostly just trees. We got all these country roads, so it could be a pretty good map for flanking. Yeah, I mean, this makes it seem like it's, you can kind of see though what's on the other side in the hedgerows. Whoa! T-54s running around. Flanking around. Let's hop back over, yikes. Run into a bulldog here. Can shoot him with 50s, honestly. Just running and gunning, man. That's how you kind of want to play the Hellcat, so that was kind of fortunate to be able to show that off. I'm really liking the Hellcat, and especially on the road, you can just see how fast this thing is. But this map is pretty awesome. So now we're going to hop out. Hopefully not run into a tree and stop our momentum, and then flank one of these T-54s. Whoa. Look at that. That guy's got like some kind of historical force field. Wow, that was weird. Ground unit destroyed. Killing T-54s in a Hellcat, not a big deal, man. It's what we do over here. Running around, checking out this little village. It's beautiful. It makes you feel like you're in a war zone, you know? And that's what I really, really like, is those maps that just make you feel like not only do you have to worry about that, but like you have the atmospheric kind of feeling that you are, in fact, in a war zone. Like, you see just the smoke coming up, the barrage balloons. When you're on the coast, you can see ships off in the distance. It'd be kind of cool if you saw like shells maybe flying, but flying over the battlefield. Oh, I think I just nicked him. Well, that's not working. But in here you can just see like a ton of houses and buildings in this neighborhood. Oh wow, interesting deflection. Oh, nice little jink right there. That's not good for me. He's got Sabo rounds. But we'll probably hop into the Doom Turtle maybe, or even the Skyraider, see what this thing looks like. So look at this. Oh, that's one of the other ones. Oh, my MG team's not even working. That's unfortunate. We could take out the Doom Turtle. Now that we've seen a decent portion, let's see how the Doom Turtle plays in a heavy environment going up against some pretty big tanks. And hopefully not get flanked, because that is a possibility. We're going to take out the Doom Turtle. Alright, we want this one because we don't really want to deal with the beach. To battle, and do not ever ask me again. But yeah, pretty cool map. I think this one could be my favorite. I really liked Poland when that one was introduced. The whole not traversing while going forward. What's up, buddy? If that guy shoots me in the butt, like, that just goes to show you Russian tank etiquette. Moo-moo. Aw, man, we suffered a defeat. Maybe he was trying to test out the armor. Oh, man. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Hellcat over Normandy. Now, if you look, what we're going to do is we're going to back out of that. And we're going to go to create custom maps. Because there's a few new maps. Alright. Operations, I believe that they would be ground or tank maps. Tank battles, yeah. So you got Kuban, Ash River, Mozdok, Poland, Kursk, Kuban, Jungle, Karelia, Carpathians, Eastern Europe, White Rock Fortress, and the Ash River. And then there's three new ones. You've got the Battle of Hurtgen Forest. And it says teams fight for control over strategically important point located in Hurtgen Forest. They're adding these really, really historic maps. So it's like, this is what you want. Like, as a fan of World War II and its history and all of its battles and its many different players and weapons of war, to be able to play on Hurtgen, Normandy, but you saw how big it was, surprisingly. It seemed to be more focused around that, but I think they made it a little bigger because they could also allow for kind of more capture points, like not all of them maybe in the city center. You can make the map smaller, you can make it larger, kind of increase replayability on your maps, and I'm a fan of that. And then finally you have Berlin. And Berlin is pretty crazy. It's just a wasteland because obviously it's been bombed the crap out of it. The Reichstag's here, the Brandenburg Gate, the Kroll Opera. You've got these two famous bridges, so it's a very, very historical. It's got a lot of historical architecture in there, all of which has been blown to shit by the Americans and the Russians. So, you know, our courtesy to you, Mr. Thousand-Year Reich. But, yeah. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was a little preview of Normandy. Let's do a little run-through on Hurtgen, actually. You know, just start. I think I should have bots in here. Bots? Bots? Yes, good. And I think I'm going to take my Skyraider out. Or maybe even the new P-51. And just do a little flyover. No, I'm going to get in my head. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get in a little gun motor carriage, the 75mm M3 half-track. Check this out. This could be interesting. I haven't seen any previews on Hurtgen Forest. I've seen stuff on Berlin, like seeing the Reichstag and how detailed it was. But we want something fast, which I guess would be the Hellcat, but for funsies, we'll start there because that looks like kind of the main road through. Oh my gosh, look at this. The city is just ravaged. So we got 3 seconds till we're hopping in our half-track. We're going to get to see how this thing goes. How fast it can get on an open road. So we've got some AI tanks, actually. Nice. Look at this, guys. Holy crap. So, one big road, a lot of little houses you can hide behind. But this is going to be kind of, I wouldn't say urban, I would say suburban, because it's not thickly packed streets. There's a lot of, like, you don't have to stick to the streets. There's, you know, yards you can go through. These houses are sitting on, like, you know, big pieces of property, big open pieces of property. Let's hook a left here. That's right, tree. Ready to fire. Alright, we got our armor-piercing round, and so depending on what this AI is, we're gonna take a little. Look at this little Panzer II. What's he right next to? I don't know. Knock something over. Who are you shooting at, friend? Oh, is he over there? Let me just get right in front of you as you kind of shoot. Whoa. Crash. T-26 sighted. Haha. Don't you love the 75mm gun? So that 45, did that even do damage, or did he nick us maybe? Regardless, we're not here to shoot at AI tanks. Although on occasion that can be fun. We're here to see this map. Lots of little defilades, changes in the terrain. Someone else is shooting at me. So you can hide behind little, kind of the little dips in the elevation here. Just a little bit right there. These rock walls to hide behind. Open field over here with tanks charging on it, because there is a capture point on this mountain over here. Oh yeah, I like this. I like when it changes from just the city to the openness. But even in Poland, you had, you know, the big city that everyone fought in, but there was also the route around the lake, whereby you could kind of skirt the whole city and try to sneak up behind people. Here it looks like this big hill might have the capture point that everyone seems to be going for, overlooking the destroyed city of Hurtgen. But yeah, so there, the red, look at that, heavily forested area that's still within, you know, the fighting area. Granted, you want to stay next to the capture points. Here's one. BT-7 sighted. But he's no match for our 75. Explosions going off in the distance. Just smoke to make it feel like a war. Really interesting canyon area, actually. Oh, so is this not on the hill? Is it in the middle of a canyon? That would make things interesting. Oh, yeah. Now, how do we get down there? This way. Very carefully. So that is Hurtgen, or a decent portion of it. See, is that what I think it is? It is what I think it is. Enemy tanks. We got a little bit of river here. This is gonna be a fun map. I don't know, man. This one, especially this area, so much more fun to fight over. I don't think there's a map like this where the capture point is surrounded by people that could get elevation on you and shoot down on some of your weaker spots. You know, if you're in a conventional tank, not a half track with a 75mm gun on it, you gotta worry about people shooting your top armor and stuff like that when they're aiming down at you. So you gotta get the capture point, but this one could be hardly contested, whereas the two in the city, actually, it is a lot of fun. It's different. Shooting down trees. But yeah, so we're probably going to check out Berlin just to cover all the new maps. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Mr. Flagande Tunane. Let's see. Yeah, Berlin is next on the list. We're going to see kind of what's at the top of this hill. Oh, what's up, buddy? Oh, he's got the little two-shot. It's got the 50 and the 7. Oh man. Alright. Off to see Berlin. Return to the hangar. Blown up. So now a little stroll through the burning streets of Berlin. Alright. So a lot of people ended up joining. Yeah, I want to quit that. Create session, this time, the final new map. Berlin. I will drive this truck off a cliff before I go back to Berlin. And you know what? Let's see. What should we take out? The Doom Turtle's definitely too slow. But we're just going to do a little jaunt through the streets, check out the Reichstag, the Kroll Opera. Ooh, that's a river and a lake in the middle there. That should make things interesting. Alright, what do we want to take out? How about the M36 Jackson? And we will go here. And if need be, we'll check it out via the sky. If we get killed by AI tanks. But look at this map. Like, this one is close. And I think... Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at just the destruction that has been wreaked. Not wreaked from Game of Thrones, just like, holy crap. You got Tiger tanks destroyed. Oh, those are wooden tank traps. I thought those were metal ones, so we should be able to drive through these. Yep, they're just there to try to keep out Russian infantry from storming the Reichstag. Got some, are these T-34s, IS-2s, Panthers, a Tiger? Is this the Tiger? Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is this? What happened here? I'll tell you what happened. Allied bombing and Russian Katyushas and artillery. This is what happens when you screw with the wrong people. Look at that though, man. So this is a very historic map. We got our 90mm on our Jackson here. Looks like a little tram stop right in front of... Dude, this is pretty crazy. So you're gonna be seeing T-34s hiding behind these trams as Panthers and Tigers are shooting at them in, like, you know, these historical battles. And then there's the alternate history where the kind of the oh man, dude, the Russians just swarmed Berlin. Where am I? Oh, okay. This is the Reichstag. I thought I drove off the map for a second. So we're going to be surveying the Reichstag, but you can see just an amazing map. Oh man, the little, like, is that a military tower? Who put that in front of the Reichstag? Dead Tiger tank, posting up, trying to defend their Führer against the fury of Stalin. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Reichstag. Let's check out the Kroll. I think it was the Kroll Opera is what they called it. Can I hop this? Yep. It's good to see. Oh, getting a little testy. Oh, did you see that? HE-51C destroyed by searchlight? I'm getting strafed. No one's manning these 88s to give me some covering fire. So I'm getting strafed by biplanes here. Someone got destroyed by a searchlight. Like, I'm pretty sure I read that correct. Now, do you have to burst through these sandbags? Check out these little bridges. It's one of the main bridges. Guess there's 3 of them. As we head around this little roundabout that used to probably be paved. More German 88s. Now, where's the Kroll Opera? A little further past this way. Kind of fishtailing here at high speeds. High speed, low drag. Ooh, what are these cranes over there? I kind of want to see what this searchlight thing is. And how it shot someone down. So the Kroll Opera... Is it this building? Because that's definitely dead. Oh, wait a minute. We passed the Kroll Opera, but there's the capture point over here. This is going to be interesting, man. Because it's not like Poland where everything's just crisp buildings, even though it did kind of was wrecked. Oh, we missed our 90 on that. So the Kroll Opera is here? This is it? Doesn't look like much is left. But I guess so. Tiger sneaking up on, what is that, IS-2? Looks like it. Let's go head closer to the river, like the big river, and not get stuck on, oh wow, didn't even see that. Kind of blended in, man. A lot of this stuff is, it's just a very bleak landscape. Makes you feel like, you know, thousands and thousands of heavy bombers and Russian artillery and rockets just destroyed this city. Because that's what happened. So we're about to get back on the main road. Check out the riverfront and then we'll call it. But this has been the new maps. Which one is your favorite? Because honestly, I think I kind of like Hurtgen a lot from what I saw. You know, obviously I don't know how it plays. I wasn't playing against enemy tanks. It was just me and some other guys just joyriding, checking it out. The river with some crossing points, so if ever there's, I don't think there'll be a capture point. You can kind of see what looks to be kind of the industrial area over there. You got these big smokestacks, some cranes, broken towers. Is this the searchlight thing? I don't even know what it is. Cantilever bridges. Very bleak open terrain on this little point here. But ladies and gentlemen, I give you what Berlin looked like. So I like to travel a lot, and when I was in my master's program, I was in Singapore, and there was a lot of Europeans because it was a very competitive MBA program, and so all these Europeans, I'd always ask them like, hey, what's the prettiest city in Europe, you know, that you've been to? And a lot of them said Berlin. But basically, I think the reason is because when you look at this, Berlin was just wrecked, and they gotta just start from scratch. But I've always heard good things about Berlin now. This is what Berlin may have used to look like at one point in time, and we get to be part of that history, like the what ifs. What would it have kind of been like, you know, in a video game? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Baron. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to pull the trigger on the like button. Let me know what was your favorite of the 3 maps, Hurtgen, Berlin, and Normandy in patch 1.49. And you know what? We're going to have more patch 1.49 footage coming. So you guys know what to do. Subscribe, stay posted, and I'll see you soon.